Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, did all of their tires get stolen, or did they do that on purpose? It's a car on like some fucking egg crate looking ass shit, and it doesn't have any tires. But what the hell? You know what? I don't want to know. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have a snack while I'm driving. I didn't say that. Sometimes my brain doesn't work properly at all. But anyways, because I don't want to tell literally anybody. I don't even want to tell my fiance. Because big dog, I'm scared. I can't see past this stupid ass fucking truck. It's like when I would tell somebody that I was going to get my license and then like it wouldn't work out, and then they ask you about it. Like, don't ask me about it if I don't bring it up. Because if I wanted you to know, then I would tell you. But I didn't tell you. So I don't want you to know. I don't want you to know because the outcome wasn't what I wanted. So what had happened was, you know, there's a long history of professionally diagnosed and officially diagnosed people making people like me who are self-diagnosed feel bad. And I will say that I am like self-diagnosed with endorsement from my therapist for my self-diagnosis. She agrees with me that I fit the criteria, but obviously she can't formally diagnose me. And to be honest with you, I have really bad imposter syndrome. Am I gonna no longer have imposter syndrome just because I have an actual diagnosis? No. I probably still will, and I'll think that it was wrong or whatever, but at least I would have it, I guess, to look at. Like a fucking trophy or something. I don't know. Bitch, I'm out here collecting diagnoses. Like, it's my job. It's an expensive job. Don't even get paid. I decided last weekend, I forget what I was doing. It was last Thursday. I forget what I was doing, but because it was at this point that okay, so besides like the cost barrier, I was hesitant to pursue a formal diagnosis because if you go through like a neuropsychiatrist or psychologist and, you know, they give you your whole like psych eval, neurological evaluation, and you're doing it through your insurance, like you're gonna get a report. And I'm pretty sure that the report, if you're doing it through your insurance, it has to be reported to your insurance, and that means that it ends up on your medical record as a diagnosis. I don't want that shit. I don't, because there's things that I want to do in life that I don't need that just hanging on my back, but like I want to know, you know. I was looking at all these places or whatever, and then this one place popped up, and I was like, that seems like a very large red flag. And the thing that stood out is that it didn't talk about like what exact method they use for assessment. So like everybody else will have it laid out. They'll be like, this is your intake appointment, and then your evaluation appointment, and then you have like a follow-up appointment where you like receive your diagnosis. And they're like, we use the ADOS-2, which is like the golden standard autism evaluation at this point. So this website didn't say anything like that. It just said the autism test is a 2-hour long clinical interview, and then they said that they administer like some of the best tests from third-party services or something like that, and that's it. That's all that it talks about as far as the appointment. And I'm like, I don't know if that's like a red flag, if that's sketchy or not. And I was trying to like, you know, make sure that it's credible or whatever, because like the other thing that threw me off is that there was a thing at the top that just said book now. I was like, what do you mean book now? So I clicked on it, and it just showed me a calendar with days and times. And it was like, you had to click on like what evaluation you're doing. It was like ADHD, adult ADHD, adult autism, adult ADHD and autism. And then you pay, and then you have an appointment to get assessed over telehealth. So then I was on the Reddit forums for ADHD and autism, and so I was just searching up the place, and I found a couple of people saying that they got a diagnosis from there and that it was a good experience. Oh Lord have mercy. I looked at the other website, and it was essentially like the same sort of thing, except it was a woman who would be doing the assessments, and she had an opening for the 11th or the 10th. So I booked it for the 10th for it's an ADHD and autism eval. It's 3 hours long. I don't really feel the need to get diagnosed with ADHD, but it's only like $100 more as opposed to like if I decide later down the road like that I really want to know if I have ADHD or not, I have to pay another $600. So why wouldn't I just do it now? So that's what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to see if they have any appointments available next Tuesday, because I don't have work next Tuesday, and I do have therapy, but like this is more important to me. My therapist isn't around the week after, but honestly, truly, like I don't feel like I need therapy right now, like right now in this moment specifically. Like give me a couple of weeks, yeah, and I will need therapy probably, but until then, maybe I feel like I'm okay. Then what if it ruins my day and then I have to go get my lashes done? Because if they tell me no, like I'm going to cry. And that's why like I don't want to tell anybody that I'm doing it. Like even though I'm excited about like going through the process and I want to talk about it, I also absolutely positively don't want to tell anybody, because if it comes back that I don't have autism, like I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to have conversations with people about it. I'm pretty confident that I'm autistic, so I feel like it should be fine. But that's why I just kind of want to do it on Tuesday, because I just want to get it over with. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna see if the other place has any openings on Tuesday morning. I'm pretty sure they do. One way or another, somebody's gonna give me some motherfucking answers. I know that's right. Like, cause it would be so embarrassing if I went through all of this. Just to be told that like I wasn't autistic. Okay, so I'm committed to documenting this journey if it goes my way. If it doesn't go my way, I am gonna be devastated. So as part of that, I received my intake questionnaire. So I'm gonna do that now with you guys here with me, so we can start this journey from start to finish together. Okay, so I'm reading Notice of Privacy Practices. I'm not going to read it out loud because it's a lot of words. Forever just using my mom as my emergency contact. We don't need to put an email on file for her. I don't want you to send anything. Like, if I'm dying, then like, yeah, that's a completely different story. Okay. Oh, autism or Asperger. I don't like that that's on there, but forgetfulness. Okay, what specific ADHD symptoms would you like us to know about? Forgetfulness, lack of motivation, problems falling or staying asleep, losing things, making careless mistakes, problems with impulsivity, problems with regulating emotions, problems with beginning or finishing a task, problems shifting attention, daydreaming, excessive talking, and ability to sit still. That's literally all of them. That's literally all of them, and I just checked them all off. What specific ADHD symptoms would you like us to know about? All of them? Or am I not supposed to check them all? You like my tattoo? So that took me a minute. So I had to turn it off because it was 30 minutes already. Of just me filling it out. It was really the intake form that was doing it for me, because it wasn't like multiple choice and stuff. It was like I had to sit there and type out all my answers, and I had to try and figure out what information was the most important to put on there. So I made sure that I wrote about my burnout and how it's affecting me, because help. I don't even need them to help, to be honest with you. She did put the date in wrong. She said Tuesday, April 7th. There is no Tuesday, April 7th. It's Friday, April 7th. But the actual appointment, it had the right date, so. But yeah, oh, I wrote about my psychogenic fevers too. I want to know if they know anything about that. It would be good to know. Why is this happening to me, and how do I make it stop? So that's that. I can hardly wait. If I could have gotten an appointment for tomorrow, if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would have done it. If they had anything for Saturday, I would have done it. I didn't want to wait until Tuesday, but I didn't have a choice. I wish I'd found this place sooner, because then I would have already had this over with. But I'm like not even just excited. I'm antsy. The anticipation is killing me. Okay, updates to follow. Bye. Hello, today is the day. Just trying to get everything set up before I go get dressed, because I don't want to be scrambling. Oh, I have this butterfly crop top. Is that Tesla? This shit sounds weird as fuck. I'm so fucking nervous. I'm so nervous. But yeah, I am fucking nervy. I don't know. I mean, I'm nervous, number one, to like, it's somebody new. Like, I don't know this person. I literally just found them online, and people said good things. So I listened. And like, I'm not nervous that like she's not gonna be professional or anything like that. I'm more nervous just like in general, because again, you know, I'm meeting somebody new, which is hard. I have some time, so I'm gonna do my calendar while I talk, because it is no longer March. But yeah, like, I'm just sort of nervous to talk to a new person at all. You know, obviously I do have a small fear in the back of my head of being invalidated and not heard. She has good reviews. Well, I saw one. Well, one person who said that they met with her. They said that they didn't feel invalidated or anything. I definitely stand by my decision not to tell anybody, because honestly, that would make me even more anxious. Like, it's a strong possibility that she's gonna come back and say that I am not autistic and I don't have ADHD. I don't see why she would, but yeah, like, I'm trembling. I already have my fidgets. Like, I grabbed multiples, so I have this marble, I have this one because it's squishy, and then I have this one. I really like this one because like I can do it with 2 hands, or I can just do it with 1 hand. It's bad bitch o'clock. Yeah, it's big 30. I've been through a lot. Yeah, I'm still flirty. And everybody's still in the building. To my feelings. Feeling. How you feeling? How you feel right now? But like crying. I'm feeling pretty good. A little anxious, obviously, but I feel like that's normal. Like, I don't know what else it is. I thought I was bipolar, but I was like, that doesn't really make any sense. But like, it's the only thing I have. And I had, when I was like 16 or 17, I had brought ADHD up to my primary care doctor. But she didn't. She was like, I think you're fine. She couldn't find the screener test, so that was that. Okay, so we are currently taking our 5-minute break. I don't know how I don't know how well it's going, because she asked me about like neglect or whatever. And so I talked about the emotional neglect through like my childhood, and like the emotional abuse. I probably should have clarified that it didn't really start happening until I was like 11, 12. But so we're taking a 5-minute break. We're getting back on at 10, and then that's when we start like it's like questionnaires or whatever. I forget how long she said that would take, because she said this part would take like 45 minutes, and like it did. And then I think maybe this part takes like 30 minutes maybe, or maybe 45 minutes too, I don't know. But she said the last 20 minutes is like her, you know, providing whatever diagnosis. I feel like there was so much that like I need to talk about or needed to say that I didn't, because like I didn't know like if I was supposed to keep talking at some points, because like she would get quiet and I would like finish whatever story like that I was talking about, but then like also I get self-conscious of the amount that I talk, so like then I would just like stop because I'm like, do you want more information about that, or should I stop? But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm about to do the like diagnostic questionnaires in about 3 minutes, so then we're gonna take a 10-minute break, which I will probably spend on TikTok, but I will pop in with you guys first too to keep you updated on this. Okay, so I'm taking a walk. We're just pacing. So I just finished like the little screeners. They're like the diagnostic questionnaires, so I just finished those. They took me about like 25 minutes because it's almost 10:30 now, and so we're taking a 5-minute break. So I don't know how it's going. I feel like the questionnaires definitely not necessarily like a deciding factor, but like those are also important. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously my history is important, but I feel like the questionnaires are also important because there were a lot of questions on there, especially the second one. First of all, there's a lot that are hard to understand. Like, people say I annoy or irritate them. Like, how often? I don't know. I mean, my fiance says it to me all the time, and like, he's joking, but like, I know that there's like a little bit of truth in that, because like, I am kind of annoying. And like, people don't tell me that I talk a lot all the time, probably because they think that that would be rude to do so, but people do tell me that I talk a lot. I feel like at the very least it'll come back like ADHD, but we will see. I don't know what the next part is. I think we're discussing. It hasn't been that long. So I'm back. So I did the little questionnaires on my own, and then when we came back after that break, we went through 3 other, was it 3? Pretty sure it was 3. We went through 3 other tests, but we are taking a 15-minute break, and we're gonna reconvene for the results. I tried to answer as best as I could. There were definitely some where I feel like I contradicted myself, and so then I answered no, because I was like, okay, well, like, it's true sometimes, but it's not true all the time. But like, not all of them are like true sometimes. Like, it was like true when you were younger. That's why I like the agree, slightly agree, or often, very often, because like you can choose like kind of not. So we are almost done. We are done with all of the parts that I have to do, and now it's just up to her. I am very curious as to what the results are gonna be, because again, I know that like a lot of because like I didn't really show a lot of traits like as a baby and as a toddler. A lot of the symptoms that I have can be seen as like CPTSD, and like because I did face like emotional neglect in childhood, and you know, some like low-key emotional abuse, it could potentially like sway the results so that like she's like, you're not autistic, but I think you have CPTSD, like OCD or something like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But I've been talking a lot, so I'm gonna take a beat and watch some TikToks before we reconvene. But when we reconvene, I will be back for the results. Okay, let's go. I'm so fucking scared right now. You don't understand. It's validating. it makes a lot of sense, especially thinking of like high school and, you know, I used to like try and come up with like routines and stuff, and then like I'd get really into it and I'd be like, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna eat healthy, and then I would do it for like a week, and then one day I would stop and then I wouldn't do it ever again. And I've done that my whole life, so it's like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. It's not that I need to try harder. It's just my brain. Yeah. That is also very validating. I feel like, I don't know, it just makes sense. And just like with like the ADHD, it's just sort of like, you know, I spent my whole life feeling like an outsider literally everywhere. So, you know, knowing that that's why, and that I haven't just been like making it up in my mind, like it feels good almost to know. I'm autistic!
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Now that I know I have autism, we've both got to autism, haven't we? Oh my God. I cannot tell you, like, and I feel like if you're neurodivergent, if you have autism or ADHD and, you know, you've gone through the diagnostic process, I feel like I don't even have to tell you how relieving it feels to have everything that you have experienced and been through be validated, and also like to just know, to have like a solid answer for all of that stuff. I don't know, I guess I'm still processing it. It's like, I knew, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like my whole life makes sense now, and I just want to tell people, but I also want to wait for the letter that she's sending. She said that it would be in like an hour, so probably by like 12:30.